practical action for the environment. 36 years ago, two women decided that they wanted to plant 1 million trees. That idea has now bloomed into a not-for-profit organisation that grows and then plants trees right across the state. Today, they've been planting native seedlings at Derrinal near Bendigo. But if you've missed that planting today, don't worry, there are plenty of other ways to get involved. Susi Millton is the manager at TreeProject, the not-for-profit organisation. Hi there, Susi.
Good afternoon. How are you, Prue?
I'm really well. I understand you're based at Fish Creek.
Yes, we are. Yes, it's a beautiful day down here. The sun is shining, and I've been planting trees this morning too, which has been just lovely. So lovely to get your hands dirty. You know, it's great.
It is. Tell me a little bit about TreeProject. I mentioned this, this big idea of planting 1 million trees 36 years ago that sort of bloomed into something else. Can you tell me more?
Yeah, it's a wonderful organisation. I think I've got one of the best jobs in the world, where I talk to landholders, telling inspiring stories about what they would like to do with their land, and then I talk to a whole lot of growers who are volunteers who live in the city and want to do something for the country. So they grow seedlings in their backyards. We've got about 500 volunteer growers growing 162,000 Indigenous seedlings for landholders across Victoria. And then we've got another 1,500 volunteer planters that will come out and plant the seedlings in the paddocks for landholders. And the landholders are so thrilled that they get all their seedlings in that they make them lunch to say thank you.
Oh, that is really
beautiful.
Nice. Yeah,
it's a wonderful day.
So tell me about the landholders is this landholders that are trying to kind of regenerate parts of their land, or what's the thinking there?
Yes, revegetating, regenerating, creating wildlife corridors for wildlife. They're improving their soil stability. They're reducing erosion. They're improving dams, and also helping the stock, with shelter belts. So it's pretty amazing, and pretty sort of vast reasons why they're revegetating.
How does it work? Do they just come to you and say, "Oh, I need X number of trees. Can you help me out?"
Yeah, well, they often go to their land care groups. Land care groups are a fabulous source of information. We work with the land care groups. We're probably growing for about 25 different land care groups across Vic, and landholders can go straight to there, talk about species selection, and then they talk to us, order through us. It's $290 for 500 seedlings. So it works out to be about 55 cents each, and they put an order in. We organise the growers in their areas to grow for 4 or 5 months, however long Mother Nature takes us to germinate. We grow from seed, and then when they're ready to go in, the landholder picks up the seedlings and either plants with family and friends, or we go out and organise a day to plant all the seedlings in.
Tell me about these volunteer growers, Susi.
Oh, they're the salt of the earth, Prue. Some of them have been growing with us for over 30 years. They are just beautiful humans, and they have boxes of seedlings in their backyards for 4 or 5 months. They sing, they talk to their seedlings. Some of them even take them on holidays so that they, they make sure that those little seeds, grow into, beautiful seedlings, so that they're ready to be planted out when the landholder needs them, depending on their weather and things like that. So some people like to plant before winter because of frosts, and some people like to plant afterwards when the ground is really wet, ready for a brand new seedling to go in the ground. So we've only got 4 days to go of planting, and then it's all finished. We start the growing season again. It's and we also recycle all the forestry tubes. We've got a beautiful group of volunteers that head into Kensington every Sunday and wash and disinfect all the forestry tubes. We do about between 80 and 90,000 forestry tubes, so we can reuse them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your growers, are they in regional areas? Are they in the cities? Where are they all based?
Yes, mainly around Greater Melbourne, but we have got about 80 around the Bendigo area, about 60 in Geelong, some down in Cape Patterson. We've got a group around here in Foster and Fish Creek, where I am, And we've got, hubs sort of coming up around everywhere, which is fantastic. Because, you've got people walking down the street saying, hey, have your eucalypts come up yet? And they're like, yes, my eucs came up last week. How's your acacias? And they're like, yes, the acacias are just popping their heads up now. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. And tell me about the species that people are planting. You say you're using sort of native or indigenous species. You mentioned a couple there.
Yes, so it all depends on where the landholders are, Prue. So if you're in Mansfield, we collect the seed. We don't collect the seed. We buy the seed from seed banks up in that area. Down here, we buy them from Leongatha Seed Bank. So we use Ballarat and Seymour and Goulburn. It just depends where the orders come from. So wherever they come from, we organise the seed so it's within provenance.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
yes.
so it will actually, that it's going to grow well in the area it's destined for.
Correct. Yes, absolutely correct. And we grow, grasses to mid-story to big, giant canopies, the big river red gums. We grow everything within those areas. So, yes.
I bet you've
making
seen...
sure that biodiversity is... Yes, sorry.
I was going to say, I bet over the 36-odd years you've seen some trees get to some whopping proportions.
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely.
Do you go back and look
when
at
you're
them?
planting? Yes. They started off in Melbourne, actually, in Fairfield. So there's a few original trees from the original planting day that 700 people turned up to.
Wow.
That Dr. Maggie McLeod started, and so 700 people turned up to the first day, and they planted 5,000 trees before lunch.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm speaking with Susi Millton. She's the manager at TreeProject, which is a not-for-profit organisation that grows and then helps to plant out trees right across the state. If people are listening to this and think, this could be right up my alley, are you looking for people to become growers or become more planters?
Yes, we've got our last 4 days are in Mia and Barfold over the next couple of days in Faraday. So they're the last of our planting days, and then we would love people to come up and sign up and learn how to grow seedlings for larger revegetation projects across Victoria. Come along and do a seed packing day. All the information is on our website, treeproject.org.au. We're on Facebook. We're on all sorts of social media, just engaging with the community to educate people about how important it is to plant trees.
Susi, good luck with it. Thank you so much for filling us in.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Susi Millton is from Fish Creek in South Gippsland and the manager of TreeProject. Sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Even if you don't want to be getting your hands dirty planting the trees, maybe you can get stuck in growing some trees in your backyard. Just head to treeproject.org.au for all of the details. It's 3:28. Just on that, Brett says, isn't it wonderful to have this organisation that's been endeavouring to grow 1 million trees? And I will say this, Brett, I did actually check their website. They aimed to grow 1 million. They've planted 2 million since they began. That's a little bit by the by, but I did want to relay that little bit of trivia for you. He then goes on to say, but how ironic that our state government wants to build transmission lines that will completely remove every tree in excess of 4,000 to 5,000 hectares across the state. He's asking what's the environmental and ecological sense in that. Thank you, Brett. 0467 842 722.